It's Sunday morning. It's religious time for Christians, Catholics. It's the day of rest. So it's not a day of talking about the controversial, the conspiracy, the external world and all its negative problems and whatever. So let's talk a little religious then. But you have to understand this is the speaker's interpretation of being religious, being free on a Sunday, being completely at ease, completely in love, completely grateful for whatever it is that gave life. So religion for myself is a complete response to the realization of what this Sadhguru, this Christ figure, this spirit, this God consciousness, whatever you want to call it, said what this is, this truth of living, this truth of a godly experience of being whatever we are in this completely profound life, this moment of joy, this moment of liberation, this moment of being free as a vessel, a body. And how it is explained is for the ego mind annoying, irritating, like some ego minds find religion annoying. They find there's nothing in life other than the two opposing ways. You either like it or you don't like it. It's good or it's bad. It's painful or it's pleasurable. There's man or there's woman. There's only two opposites. And the ego only goes by the opposing side that it takes, I'm never going to vote Conservative, says the Labour voter. I'm never going to change that. If I do, I'm going to be open and I'm going to change it. You see, I'm going to go from one side to the other side. I'm not going down this middle line, this Buddha line. And Jesus or the Spirit or this, you can call it Buddha, are all the same. They're all very, very, very centered beings. Enlightenment brings in-centered being to the center, you see, to the here and now, to the power of awareness, to power of life beyond life, you see, beyond birth and death, true life, infinite, ongoing life. Not as a person, not as a body, not as an individual object, because the message is whatever is stable is uninteresting and boring. It is not accepted by human beings. We don't want to get up in the morning and just let life be and see what happens. We have to put things into practice. We have to put some organization skills. We have to go to our job. We have to get our breakfast. We have to shave at a particular time. We have to do this. Some people are very obsessive about their daily routine. Some people say they're not, but they still participate in the daily routine of the mind, the daily routine of who I am, what I'm going, what I'm doing, where I should be at this time, how I will get there, why I'm going there. So this cannot be stable, you see. Even if you try and practice this every day of your life, even if you're an obsessive ritualist, you cannot, because life will get in the way, you see. It's not true. Every morning I'm at the same traffic lights at 6:05. Everything I do in my day is the same every day because I make sure it's done. And it's guaranteed that that next day there's going to be a big road accident and you're not going to get to the traffic lights the whole day. You're going to have to detour and do some certain, tricks to get yourself to the work, and you're going to be late, and everything is going to be at that traumatic loss of control, you see. So everything is stable. But I'm not here to tell you what you know. I'm not here to tell you what you don't know. I'm here for you to question what the speaker is trying to say with a very, very meek, uneducated, and simple mind. Everything is stable. When the mind is not trying or not trying, when it's asleep, even through the day, the mind can be asleep. You can be driving towards that traffic light, the music's on, you have 6 appointments to go to, you forgot to put your key under the dustbin for your wife, and then suddenly all these thoughts, all these the rain starts coming, the windscreen wiper starts going on, the radio is turned up, there's an ambulance passing you, all these things are going on. So it's not stable. And then suddenly you're at what we call in my country a dwam. Everything shuts down. All these things are taking place. The thoughts have suddenly disappeared, the keys disappeared, the windscreen wipers have disappeared, the ambulance noise has disappeared. It's still there, but you don't hear it. And you've shut down. And you don't feel the loss of control because everything seems to be moving in the right way. But you're not judging or measuring at that time. You cannot judge and measure at that time. As soon as you judge and measure at that time, you see the instability and the stability coming and going. So in that moment where there's nothing, stability. Everything seems to be moving on its own. There's no people being run down, there's no deer being hurt. Because the minute something happens, you're awake. So we're falling into sleep and wakefulness every day. But the fear of falling into sleep throughout the day, it can be dangerous. But it can also be rejuvenating when you're at home. And all the problems suddenly disappear and you're walking, or you're sitting outside looking, and you don't even see the difference between the clouds and the lake and the grass and the fields and the blue sky. You don't see any difference. You just see peaceful, quiet, no thoughts. A religious day. Stability is religion. But to try and understand what it is, to try and change what it is, to try and control what it is, to try and utilize what it is to get more or to get a deeper sense of stability, it's unstable. See, we're talking mind. What the most liberating experience is when the stability is understood, as the speaker has tried to project. And the driving of the car, the fluctuations being out of this peace and tranquil, and the radio going, and the ambulance passing at the same time. So there's a understanding that everything is doing as it's supposed to be doing. But what's holding it all together is the stability. So all the moving things, all the things that we make up, all the words, the names, the identities, the experiences, the windscreen wiper names going back and forward, all these are made up things to try and decipher and understand or make something out of an already immaculate life. All these things are taking place, but the stability is also at the same time simultaneously taking place. Most of us see life without the stability. We see it as, radio's too high, ambulance, irritating, wipers, wish it would stop raining, destination, key under the dustbin, next appointment, time. We only see life like that. But the message from this spirit is stability is stable. Peace is truth. Tranquil life is truth. Life with effortless life is truth. There's no effort to be stable or unstable. Everything is as it is. So why do we create all these sounds, these noises, these descriptions? Why do we decipher things? Why do we want to know about things? Why do we want to segregate things, separate things, measure things, value things, compare things? Because all of these things, when they're taken as movement of the mind, is stable. The ambulance making a sound against the radio are two different sounds, but they're stable sound. The thought about the key under the dustbin is a different quality of sound as the ambulance and the radio and even the windscreen wipers. But they're all stable movement, stable sound, whatever you want to give it a name to. So movement in its whole, being visual movement, sensory movement, hearing movement, touching movement, and smelling movement, are all movement. And movement is stable. So what it is a different kind of stability. There is only stable, moving life. Moving is not this moving, moving is moving. Emotionally reacting to the stability of life. Emotionally reacting to what is always the same, always here, always now, always as it is. Stable, pure, and unmoving life. To be given a body is to create that moving experience, that moving relationship with the stability that I am. Have a great Sunday.